Hello. So I was watching a video and my mind began to wander. And I thought a little bit more about what I said recently, where I said it's not reasonable to have Malak just leave the star maps alone to maybe be discovered again, to have his base of operation be discovered, especially since it's such a secret that it's 50,000 years older than any civilization present. And also it wouldn't be reasonable to stack up an entire castle on top of all those maps to bring attention to those worlds and to those locations for some reason. But you know what would be reasonable? To destroy the originals, to destroy all those maps. Maybe it's not gonna be viable to destroy the one on Dantooine, but then again, soon enough in this game Dantooine gets nuked from orbit, so that wouldn't have been a problem. But also, destroying all that would ensure that maybe Revan, maybe anyone else that's not allowed, wouldn't find the Starforge and visit him to cause him any grief, right? Is one thing. But also, second problem is, that wouldn't be enough, because he brought in Sith forces there to the system. We saw the cutscenes where Malak was, I think that already happened, maintenance on his jaw, on his face, and other situations where he's there, I think. Well, we'll see people anyway, one way or another. We're gonna see people on Starforge. People, humans, brought in there by Malak. Who then will know where it is. There will be ships with coordinates where to get there, how to get there, where is it. And problem is, on top of that, how are we gonna keep a secret then, when a bunch of people just have the coordinates because they needed to go there to work? And so the quest is no longer so mythical that we are looking for star maps in these weird worlds. We're just tackling Sith wherever we can and trying to get to the ships that went there, to get the whole set of coordinates right then and there. It wouldn't be as epic, but it would be reasonable, and also, would be striking at the heart of the Sith, or maybe, I don't know, eventually turning to their position and going there to meet Malak and become the ultimate Sith by defeating, Rule of Two and such, Rule of Cool. I think it became a big problem of this story. It's cool that Revan, but you can't leave the maps like this. You can't leave them undefended like this. You can't destroy them because that wouldn't help you, because everyone else knows where it is because they go to work there. I don't know how to... well, I said how to fix it, technically. So there would be, by necessity, the clues that's the things that you would follow. But how it is right here, we're leaning into the mystical and mysticism and cultural and expanding the Star Wars universe, but it doesn't make sense. Big plot hole. Right, so hello, I'm here looking for some star map for cultural artifacts and ruins, and I already know that you found some. Can I help you with excavating that?
Only people who have business with the Sith are allowed inside the embassy.
Can I appoint a business? Can I talk to you? I want to ask you some questions. I have business with the Sith. I have business with the Sith.
Ha! We know who we have business with. If you don't know how to get in, then we don't want anything to do with you. Now back off.
I know how to get in, through the door. I said I've got an appointment. Also, yeah, obviously, right? When he says, we know who do we have business with, that probably means we have a ledger of people who are appointed, who have an appointment. So they show up, show your ID, and you see, oh yeah, the guy here, whatever, we've got it in the data, the time is right, it's time for you to have the meeting, go right ahead. Go in, through the main gate, through the door, right behind me, right? But also, yeah, you might know that, but you don't know all these people already by face and remember their name. Not only do you not remember the names, but also the faces. So it's not that I'm gonna show up and you'll just know. You would have to look up and make sure that the person is who they claim it is. Also, aren't there shapeshifters? DNA maybe testing, like print, something like that, fingerprint. Something identifiable. I think maybe there's like a hashtag sample of DNA on your ID so that you show it and it just identifies that the code is right. That could be affordable as well, but one step at a time. Prove that you're who you are, that you've got the appointment and you'll be let in. Depending on how much security we need, we can take it in stride. Like, if you make an appointment with a doctor under a false name and that somehow goes through, because who's gonna check if your document is fake or not? Like if it's a private visit as well, and you're paying for it anyway. So what would they be checking? It's not a public service anyway, especially in America, right? You've got your papers. You're paying up front. What's the issue? I'll be going now.
Go. Stay. Doesn't matter to me. If you want to, you can even wander up to the embassy gates. But don't expect to get inside.
Haven't I already? Isn't this the embassy gates? Sith embassy, locked. Can I just kill you? Do you think it would be a challenge? Oh, there are guards, yeah? Yeah? Do you know what I can do with guards? So there we have it. We clearly can't go and ask about fucking Starforge.
Only people who have business...
I have business with the Sith. I want to ask you some questions.
You can ask, but I doubt you'll get many answers you'll like.
In this situation, you could see my T3 being behind his desk. He could be hacking his system right now and he wouldn't notice because it's like not canonical or some shit. But that's something that you could have happen. Like, alright, so they kicked us out. And then you see this situation, and I don't know, you say to the guy at the desk, oh, hold on, you pull out your phone and you text T3 and 4 directly, because why not? He's a robot, he's got a radio, why not a phone, right? Why not text him? And you text him, you're already there, start hacking his desk, I'll keep him busy by talking to him. That could be a way in. Interesting. So, you know, when I run my D&D, I usually just take up an adventure, written adventure, because I don't have a story to tell. But I'm seeing these things, and there are some cool things you could do. Like, for instance, lean in to what the player is coming up with. Not break the rules, but maybe you haven't thought about a situation or a solution, and their solution is legitimate. So, for instance, you've got this and this situation, and then, like, I don't have hacking skills, but a party member does, and the guy is clearly distracted, so I'm saying, so he's already there, can you just start hacking this thing? And you know, that's a solution. Maybe you can't cast spells because it's like anti-magic field, or he's a spellcaster as well, so he'll notice, and you don't have a sorcerer who has, or anyone, depending on the system, anyone who can cast spells subtly, or you don't have anyone with proper spells and no one with social skills, so you just start talking shit and just asking questions that the desk would provide, and meanwhile the droid will start hacking the desk and the computers because no one's paying attention to him, apparently. Maybe he can sneak, maybe not, maybe he doesn't need to. Why is the Republic hiring so many mercenaries? Why have the Sith taken such an interest to suck at youth? I'll be going now. We can't even ask about the star map. We can't even ask this guy about the star map. And like, this is why we are here. Not only have we got an information from the Republic that the Sith took it, but then again, it might be so that they would deny everything and try to destroy the evidence at this point. But it's not that there would be a possibility. You can't even blow the cover, right? That's an option. You could you shouldn't be able to fail the main quest, but make it so that one of the avenues is blown, and then we have to figure something else out. That would be interesting, I think. But also coding, right? It takes up space on the disk. But also, I'd like to remind you that now games take up like 100 gigabytes on your storage, and you're downloading it instead of buying it on disks, and you're paying for the graphics. 90 gigs of this is graphics, not coding for where you go. Most of it is voiced voice lines, yeah, of course, voiced lines of dialogue, voice dialogue. And it's the problem because you're gonna have to hire the actor to record more lines. Don't then do the Morrowind. Have the text be read. You read the text. Just do like a little voiceover. Do the generic gibberish of human and all the aliens. And have the text go over that. Like, hire people who don't just read every sentence with all the inflections. Just give it like a general feel, like or like if he's angry, like something like from Spore maybe as well. You'll have something voice. You'll have the emotional tone for the line to support, and also animation maybe to support the verbal communication, as it's not the entirety of the communication, it's not the entirety of what you want to convey, so inflection is important as well. You know, I mean, really, I mean, I'm just trying to say 100 gigs of a game, and it's not all the diverging path that you could code in and have events there. because you're gonna respect players' choice and give him options. No, it's all about graphics and hiring people to voice the dialogue. That's not where the game should have been going. Good thing we've got AI now, so we can implement that into voice acting the lines by maybe paying someone to lend their credence or like performance a little bit of it. And it's gonna be worse because it's not someone who's actually actively making the decisions, but it will be voiced, and maybe the tools will improve as well, where you can just essentially direct the AI on how to read it, and at least you'll have put emphasis on this word, be angry throughout the conversation or something like that. And maybe it will be worse, but it will be voiced. It won't be individual files taking up space. It will be coded in the text, essentially, instead of audio files. The lines will be voiced. It will be cheaper, and you can put all those gigs not into graphics and audio files, but instead in fucking branching paths. The future is not yet here. The future is not yet now. And it pains me so. And we can't ask about it. I'll be going now then.
Stay.
Yeah, sure. And if it doesn't matter, then shut the fuck up. So there it is. That's the whole entirety of Manan. There is nowhere else to go. Athos Central. Track registration, that's the thing. That's the shop. Right. Oh, that's mine. That's not yours, don't worry. So, well, we're gonna have to go back to the Republic Embassy. We're gonna have to agree to take the quest from them because we have no other fucking option, unfortunately. And we're gonna start taking it from there, because we're probably gonna have to go through the embassy as well to go underground and get to the Sith Embassy through stealth. So, I'm gonna get there to save some time, and we'll see each other there. Right, we're back. It wasn't too far away. So, I definitely admire the place that actually... This place, Manan, I'm pretty sure, because it didn't really happen in any other... on any other planet, where we actually get to ask about cultural artifacts and ruins instead of blowing our cover, saying, I'm the Jedi from Dantooine, sent by the Council on a secret mission to defeat Malak by finding star maps that lead to a source of power. Have you seen any of that? Could you help me, maybe? Where they, at least, if we're not blowing our cover, the rest of the world reacts to it as, oh, you're some sort of scientist, archaeologist. Yeah, I haven't seen this, or we have seen something. Maybe you can help us. Like, we're having this is good, but I pointed out the massive plot hole at the beginning of the episode, and here is a problem where there's some schmoes. I guess now. Is it fair to assume that they know that we are Jedi and associated with the Republic, because apparently everyone else knows anyway, so they would know to ask us for help, as like an assault help, like help in fighting? We're gonna go in and fight the Sith Embassy, or whatever. Because otherwise, again, we're walking in, keeping low profile, asking, have you seen any ruins? I'm an archaeologist, maybe you can help me with that. And he's like, we've seen something, but we need to retrieve the thing because it's got more data on it than whatever you might be looking for. Here, have an assault rifle and assault Sith Embassy. If you can figure that out, Mr. Archaeologist Academic, you're free to keep the information that you'll find. Sure, yeah, I'm here with an old man, with my books, and an astromech. We'll take the military assignment, of course. Right, so since there is no other way...
Ah, you're back.
Yeah.
Have you decided to assist us, and at the same time yourself?
Yeah, it definitely reads like, have you decided to continue the main quest? Yes. No, I haven't. You made the choice for me. There is no other choice. Quit bothering me, imbecile. Essentially, yes, imbecile. I have no other choice, imbecile. I'll get your recordings for you.
Good. I'm glad that you've come to accept the inevitable.
Exactly.
There are several leads we've been working on to get into the Sith base. Any of them should work for you, although it might be wise to concentrate your efforts on just one. The first method that's possible is to help us interrogate a Sith prisoner we managed to catch after he tried to infiltrate our base. He's being held just inside our enclave. We think he may be able to give us the passcode that the Sith give their informers to enter the base. He has proved most resilient so far.
Right, so an embassy, a Republic embassy, is holding a Sith What did he say? Did he just say Sith prisoner or Sith soldier? A Sith. Let's go broad. A Sith. And they're interrogating him. You're not the law here. You don't get to imprison him. That's like, there is a law. Like, it's essentially kidnapping, was what I'm trying to say. It's essentially kidnapping. You know who can hold them in prison? The Selkaths. Not you. Not you. Alright, but we're of course glancing over that, because we've got plot to do. The mission here is that we're gonna inject him with truth serums, to which he is resistant, but we have to attack from multiple angles to knead actually his mind, because there is a K there, fuck you. Knead his mind until he's pliable and we extract what we need from there. Is there another way? Interrogating the prisoner sounds good. Interrogating a prisoner does sound good. But is there another way? Maybe I can have an appointment in the embassy? Is there another way?
We managed to pick up a crate of blank Sith data cards, the type they use for pass cards. The encryption system to unlock them is very difficult, however. But if you are more skilled than our technicians, you may be able to gain access that way.
Yeah, of course I am, right? I think this one is where you... I think we're gonna do all of them, just for content. I think this one is where you can either have enough computer skills with it to show that, you know, your character is smarter than you, or you can manually solve some problems, math problems, and that will crack the sequence, and even though you might not have the skill, the player is skillful enough to attempt that, so you can do either, right, instead of locking yourself out of the solution. That's fine. Decrypting the pass card sounds good. Is there another way?
The Sith have got the Selkath to give them exclusive use of one of the main hangar bays. Visiting Sith Masters use this bay to land, then take a speeder over the water to an external entrance to the Sith Enclave. The luckless spy we mentioned earlier had a pass card to that hangar on him. While it is surely well guarded, it may prove to be the most direct route. Here's the card. The Sith base itself is very heavily guarded. If they became aware of your presence, I fear you would be quickly outnumbered and killed. Here is a pass card to get you inside our facility. You should find all you need to get started in there. You can choose whichever of the methods you want, as long as you get in the base and get the data recording back. Which method do you think you would like to try first?
We can do any, we can do all. I don't know which one we'll finish up with. Maybe we're gonna actually rub it into the guy's face and go through the main gate once we hack a pass card. Maybe that will be a solution. But we'll visit all of them, we'll kill people as well, easily. It's XP as well, and I'm not max level yet, somehow. Yet the team is. I think I'll interrogate the prisoner, I think I'll decrypt the pass card, I think I'll raid the landing bay. Since we're already here, I think I'll interrogate the prisoner, because one way or another the console and the prisoner are already here, so we won't have to walk all the way over there just to come back here with solutions. I think I'll interrogate the prisoner.
Good call. Just make sure you don't push him too hard or we might lose him. I wish you luck in your task. Should you retrieve the data recording from the droid, return it here to me, and we can see about getting you that information.
Right, you know what? I think I'll end it for today here. And the next episode is gonna be called Ways to Skin a Cat. Because that's smart.
I can't talk now. I've got to get this Kolto loaded up before my shift is over.
Sure. I'm just gonna have a look around this room.
So you're the one who's gonna try to get into the Sith base, eh? Huh.
Okay.
Good luck. You're gonna need it. This is our main computer room here. We got the box of pass cards we got from the Sith, but we haven't been able to break their encryption yet. We have been able to decode the numeric system they use, but there are holes in our terminal sequence patterns.
Terminal sequence? What kind of holes? What do I have to do? Terminal sequences?
The strings of numbers that end the code sequences. If we could complete those strings, we would have the key to their encryption system. The encryption system is composed of 6 matrices. Each is based on a mathematical method. The holes we're missing are the final number in each of the strings. Most are simple, but the final 2 matrices seem to be much more difficult. Well, the second last matrix has a pattern looping back on itself, or something. And the last is divided into smaller subparts. Maybe the pattern for that is within each part. But I have to admit, all this is a bit over my head. I haven't even been able to slice past the first matrix, and I've been at this for hours. I've ruined a dozen cards already. But the good thing is we have a whole box of them, so you don't have to worry about running out anytime soon. Since Roland said you were cleared, you can use the computer freely. I'll be here if you have any questions.
Sure, I had more questions, hold on.
Can I help you with anything?
Tell me about the Sith encryption matrices.
The Sith encryption scheme on these cards is based on a sequence of simple mathematical principles. We've managed to decode the majority of the encryption algorithm, but the final segments of the terminal sequences elude us. If you think you're able, you can try to break the code on the card. Don't worry if you happen to ruin the card. The box we captured has a whole bunch of them. Can I help you with anything else?
I guess not.
Okay, sure. Come back if you need anything.
Alright, here, problem. The guy is, it's based on simple mathematical principles. Do you see the problem? It's simple. How did you manage to not crack it? Also using supercomputers from the future, technically. Like, supposedly. An analog of future tech, right? And they managed not to. Even brute forcing could get you there eventually. But then again, also encryption would improve because you can spend more time on a supercomputer to create a greater encryption. It might equalize, but one way or another what I'm saying is, he says it's simple and yet it's not cracked, is one thing. Second, we're gonna crack it. And third, remember what it took to crack Enigma? It took a little bit of work, is what I can tell you. Yeah, so that's essentially what we're expected to do. Just crack Enigma. Dude, go ahead. We didn't manage. And here's the guy.
So, you're the one Roland has got to help us interrogate this prisoner. I hope your Jedi powers will come in useful. This one has been most resistant. He's a Sith spy we picked up a little while ago, snooping around outside trying to get in. We thought he was suspicious and brought him inside when the Selkath weren't looking. But it seems the Sith have done a pretty good job of conditioning this guy, and we haven't been able to break him yet.
I hope you have the appropriate Jedi powers to influence his mind. Or did you put everything in combat? Yes, I did. No, I didn't. What did they do to him? What was he doing out there? What was he doing out there?
We're not sure exactly. If
He was snooping. He was being
we
suspicious.
should be able to find that all out.
Am I detained? Am I under arrest? Yes. You can't. You're an embassy. The police is Selkaths. What are you doing? I will interrogate him now. What did they do to him?
The Sith protect their really important spies with some sort of mental force feedback system. They can turn their minds in on themselves, so force compulsions won't affect them. Combine this with conventional training to resist interrogation, and sometimes it takes months to get them to tell what they know. Do you want to interrogate him now?
No, actually, not right now.
No problem. He's not going anywhere for a long time.
Yeah, we're breaking a law for a long time. Again, it could be about how this is a gray area where they're doing something they shouldn't be, but it's not presented like that. Oh hey, he's a Sith and he was snooping, and you know, Republic has Republic space, so we can act like police to our own business. No, you can't. This isn't your planet. Fuck off. I think this administers the thing. I'm not gonna read this right now. Oh, and they also protected their most important spies by very, very good training against interrogation, chemical conditioning, I guess, adaptation to, you know, chemistry that can be administered. You grow tolerance to it, yeah, and training against mind tricks, Jedi mind tricks. Cool. You could also protect your spies by not giving them a lot of information that they could lose in case of capture. So anyway, that's the situation. We're here. We're gonna be doing all of this. We're gonna get all the experience. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and hopefully we will see each other in something I play for you for free. In the meantime, of course, interact with this video and every other video, preferably by watching and sharing it with your friends. Subscribe, and if you don't like the content, it's entirely your fault. You're gonna get under arrest.